Astonishing UFO Encounter. October 14th, 2011, Brazil. It was precisely 9:51 p.m. when a flight passenger had the most bizarre encounter ever in the skies above Brazil. The person behind the camera was recording from a plane and wasn't any UFO enthusiast or even someone actively looking for unexplained phenomena. However, what he captured was something completely unsettling. Take a look. What first caught his eye was an unusually large and brilliant point of light above the clouds in the open sky. Significantly brighter than stars and the celestial bodies surrounding it, this brilliant point of light compelled the flight passenger to quickly grab his camera and start recording. But as he zoomed in, something truly mind-boggling gets revealed. I don't know how to describe this object, but a really peculiar triangular-shaped object can be seen covered in some sort of vines-like substance. I have no idea what this is, and to be honest, I don't know how to describe this object. But what's truly interesting is that, for several moments, the odd structure can be seen flying at an incredible speed. You can see the little trail on the left side of the object, as if it is flying from left to right. Though the video was uploaded in 2011, it wasn't until over a decade later, in 2023, that renewed interest in the video clip brought it back to light. An Instagram account dedicated to UFO events reshared the video, catching the attention of the original person who filmed it so long ago. But things get interesting when other people have also shared their own experiences of similar encounters. But when I was looking at this video, for some reason, I was getting a feeling that I actually saw another video of a strange, peculiar object, quite similar to this one. I dug deep into my research and finally found it. Take a look. Amazingly similar, isn't it? I mean, just look at them side by side. Unlike the video on the left, which has a duration of 20 seconds, the video on the right has a longer duration of over 6 minutes, which is why we can see the shapeshifting. So, except for the shapeshifting factor, the overall resemblance of both of these mysterious objects is uncanny. But this video was caught by a German tourist with a Nikon P900 camera. And here's the common thing about both of these UFO sightings. They were both captured from a plane. Some people believe this object to be Venus. Others believe it is a SpaceX rocket. And then there are many others who think this is a part of the Blue Beam project. Looking back, the person who recorded this video from the plane admits being completely unaware of having captured anything particularly abnormal in 2011. He simply saw an unusually bright light worth filming, not realizing the subsequent formation of objects that would emerge. As a self-professed non-believer in UFOs and fringe phenomena, the videographer remains skeptical that their footage depicts anything extraordinary, despite uploading it for further analysis. However, in the eyes of those who believe our planet is visited by intelligent craft from other worlds, the 2011 video footage raises numerous intriguing questions. Just what could explain the seemingly impossible precision and control of those celestial lights? An alien formation scouting our planet from high above, or simply an easily dismissible misidentification of satellites and space debris? Well, let me know down in the comment section below. UFO or Something Worse. September 2021, Florida. Now, this video here is quite a bit different from what I usually post, but nevertheless, it's quite creepy. So, most home security cameras are intended to capture footage of human trespassers or wild animals. But on one warm summer night in Florida last year, a homeowner's doorbell camera recorded something far more bizarre. It was just after midnight when the camera's motion sensors were triggered by a mysterious glowing phenomenon materializing near the front porch area. Take a look. The night vision footage shows a mysterious sphere of light, flying erratically near the front door for several minutes. The homeowner, who was asleep at the time, abruptly woke up by an unexplained sound sometime during that time. Upon checking their security application, they discovered the door had been left unlocked, and this highly bizarre event had been automatically recorded hours earlier. In the eerie video clip, the glowing orb can be seen floating back and forth across the porch, moving in ways that seem to defy conventional physics. At one point, it even appears to make deliberate motions towards the door before suddenly vanishing from sight, followed by the sound of the door closing. Baffled by what they had witnessed, the homeowner opted to share the unsettling footage online in hopes of receiving some rational explanation for the creepy incident. However, the responses varied from skeptical to speculative about potential supernatural origins. Some viewers were quick to offer identification, claiming the floating light must have simply been a peculiar species of lightning bug captured in infrared lighting. While plausible, others countered that they were unfamiliar with any local insects that could produce such a large, vibrantly glowing, and erratic light display. Also, the homeowner clearly mentioned that they live in Florida, and the nearest state that seems to have these lightning bugs is Tennessee, which is clearly almost 900 kilometers away. And also, they don't look these bright. Now, there are other couples who have also encountered similar sightings. Other people suggested that the glowing orb could potentially be evidence of something extraterrestrial, something of intelligence using advanced probes to spy on mankind. However, many others suggested something more terrifying, that this glowing mysterious object is paranormal, such as ghosts or spirits of the deceased, who are walking this world for all eternity. They considered it to be paranormal because of how the door gets unlocked and closes automatically. One person with experience investigating haunted sites in Florida was unconvinced that any terrestrial creature could be responsible for the anomaly's bizarre movements and disappearance. So, was this glowing entity a lightning bug, a UFO, or something far more sinister? I leave that up to you to decide. Encounter while driving. November 28, 2023, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The night skies over major cities can often reveal mysterious lights and objects that spark the imaginations of curious observers. However, on the evening before Thanksgiving last year, one of the residents, while driving on the road of northeast Philadelphia, potentially witnessed something truly remarkable. It was around 8 p.m. when the eyewitness began reporting a series of peculiar glowing objects, hovering and slowly moving across the skies over the northeast section of the city. Take a look. One appears to be 4 distinct glowing orb-shaped objects, flying in a loose formation over the urban landscape. Multiple individuals have reported this sighting, and according to the witness who captured this video, the orb-like craft appeared to be emitting their own light and moving gradually westward as a unified group. The eyewitness reported that the UFOs were visible for several minutes as they continued their steady flight path across the residential neighborhoods. While the quality of most footage makes it difficult to discern detailed features and accurate distances, a few key traits about the object's movements have fueled intense speculation from UFO researchers and enthusiasts. First and foremost, their lack of Federal Aviation Administration warning lights and structured, coordinated flight patterns seemed at odds with any conventional aircraft operations one would expect over a major US city. Many people suggested this to be Starlink. However, if it were indeed Starlink, they would all be moving in the same direction, but these objects seem to move uncoordinated. Moreover, independent eyewitness accounts describing the vivid, self-illuminated nature of the objects have cast doubt on more simple explanations like Chinese lanterns or drones being misidentified by overzealous viewers. Of course, even mass UFO sightings are often met with heavy skepticism from those seeking identifiable, rational sources behind such incidents. Many argue that without crystal clear, high-definition video evidence, there simply isn't enough concrete proof that these truly were the craft of intelligent alien origin. Others, however, insist sheer number of credible reports and videos from that November night in Philly necessitates taking such events more seriously. They contend the growing abundance of UAP sightings can no longer be easily dismissed as hoaxes or misunderstood earthly objects. But whatever this object is, I want to know what you think. Something truly otherworldly, or something ordinary? Let me know in the comments below. With that, take a look at our other amazing UFO videos as well. And if you enjoy our videos and want to watch more, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video.